Principal, Vice President, distinguished guests, graduates, honorary graduates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, this speech will conclude the graduation ceremony. And a small spoiler alert, it is going to require 3 very loud rounds of applause. So be ready. Now, graduation ceremonies are always one of the most special moments I experience in my role as Vice-Chancellor. They're a celebration of our graduates' achievements. They mark the creativity, the energy, the passion, and the sheer hard work that they have put into their studies. And they're also a moment of transition, with all the excitement and anticipation that comes as our graduates move on to the next phase in their lives. This graduation ceremony is extra special. It's the first I've had the privilege to preside over at City College, the University of York Europe campus, building on the excellent relationship the college had for many years with our near neighbour back in the UK, the University of Sheffield, and thanks to Vice President Vincent for such an excellent review of that period. And this graduation ceremony also marks an important milestone, the 35th anniversary of the foundation of City College back in 1989. And with that milestone in mind, I'd like to spend a moment reflecting on the shared values around which the University of York and City College have come together. Our founders in York, 61 years ago, set up the university for public good. Our students were not just to be technically proficient in their fields, but also to be able to apply their learning for social benefit, both in the UK, but also, and this was the language they used at that time, back in the early 1960s, but also as citizens of the world. A wonderfully evocative phrase we can trace back to Socrates, to Greece. And back in York, we were to care, I quote, more than almost anything else about opening up access to our university to those who had previously not had the opportunity. And our research was not just intended to open up new knowledge, but also to apply that knowledge with and through its students for, and I quote again, the amelioration of human life and conditions. And we heard such an echo of those values in Principal Veveridis' words earlier about the purposes of City College. Founded to open up the opportunity of higher education across Southeast Europe, to pursue the betterment of the world, and to foster collaboration as a truly international institution. And you even find Socrates' words on citizens of the world emblazoned on the wall as you walk into the college. So, shared values. But what do you, our graduates, take with you from those values? Now, to answer that, I want to recall a conversation I had a while ago with a group of leading figures from across the public and the private sectors. The conversation was about what qualities they felt graduates should have in an era of rapid technological change. The consensus was that while technical skills to work with new technologies were important, they were in the end temporary because technology will move on and therefore secondary. What was more important was the ability to adapt, to apply critical thinking to new challenges, to collaborate, to be comfortable in different settings, public or private sector, in different places, working with different nationalities and cultures. What we want from your graduates, one of them summed up, is wisdom Wisdom, the ability to think and act using knowledge, experience, understanding, and insight. You, some of the graduates we were imagining in that conversation, do not graduate only with proficiency in your subjects. You graduate also with the building blocks of the wisdom that our values nurture. You're graduating from a college which brings together students from a growing range of academic disciplines, all with their eye on the public good that their knowledge can contribute to. As a result, you will have encountered different ways of understanding the world around us and what you can do to help it flourish in future. And you studied with fellow students from different countries and cultures. Over the years, students from over 60 countries have walked across this stage. City College is a truly international community, located in an extraordinary city with its long history of trade and encounter. It's a meeting place for students, Greek and international, to exchange the ideas, experiences, and values they bring with them from their different backgrounds. The breadth of perspective that comes from being part of such a multidisciplinary, international, and socially committed community is an asset that you, our graduates, will take with you as you develop your careers, and it will also be an asset for the organisations you go on to work for. That breadth of perspective nurtures wisdom, and that in turn becomes your platform for public good. And with that in mind, I'd like to call for a first, and I repeat, really, really loud round of applause for our graduates. Now, of course, the academics who taught you at City College have something to do with all of that wisdom. They devise and deliver courses in all sorts of innovative ways on the basis of their outstanding expertise. And I laud the passion with which they share their expertise with our students, the inspiration they give, but also the inspiration they in turn get from their students, including you who've graduated today. So let me call on you, our graduates, to join me in a second round of applause for City College's outstanding staff and all they've done to support you. Now, a final word. I can't see them, but there are an awful lot of family, friends, and supporters in this hall today supporting the graduates who've walked across this stage. Now, graduates, I suspect those family members, friends, and supporters will have helped you from time to time during your period at the college, providing love, support, advice, companionship, the occasional shoulder to cry on, and no doubt a little bit of money here and there. So graduates, in light of all of that, would you please stand and turn to your family, wherever they might be in this hall, and raise the roof in... Thank you very much for that. And so, I wish all of our graduates success and happiness for the future. Please do keep in touch. We look forward to hearing from you as you move into the next phase of your lives about the ways in which you use your skills that you developed through your degrees, but also the wisdom you've built through your wider experience here. And we look forward to hearing about how you use that wisdom, not just to build your own careers, but also to make your contribution to the betterment of the world, your contribution to public good. Thank you.